talking about affected by AI, the whole discussion about will it take my job? I mean, I know it's a large range of what you're working today and like sort of what your role is and so on. But going to marketing and comms, there are certain jobs which are more on the creation side, like writers, right, or designers and others. Um, do you see certain roles where we can really say, hey, they are endangered, they might be really in trouble? And are there other roles where you say they are totally out of range for AI for now?
I think what's happening with AI is the cost of knowledge is coming down to zero. What's happening right now is what happened with blue collar workers in the Industrial Revolution. And what that means for marketing is the first level is if in your job, if you're a designer, a videographer, a copywriter, for instance, I would argue even a CMO, and you're not using these tools, by default, you're going to be falling behind. It's like me saying that today, I don't know how to use PowerPoint or Excel. I wouldn't be qualified just to do the job of a business leader. Now, I don't buy into this idea that these jobs are going to disappear. Historically, that has never happened. I think the jobs are going to transform. I think specifically we are all guessing right now how our jobs are going to look like. I don't think anyone has the answer. I think for marketing, what this means is someone that I know the other day, they used a really good expression. Marketing is going to be more about editors rather than creators. Because now you have the tools and you can create so much content. But then what's going to differentiate you, how you stand out, is how you edit and bring that content into the world. So if you take that to your question, Frank, it's exactly that. The videographer that doesn't use these tools will be by default be left behind. But I don't buy so much into the idea that jobs are going to disappear. Yes, as you said, jobs that are closer, that where the tools are very good at, they're more in danger right now. But I think those jobs are just going to transform.
Yeah. It's going to be very exciting to see how this plays out in the next couple of years. Great to be around all of this. I've seen in your LinkedIn profile, and Novartis is one of your companies you worked at, and I've seen you working there working on employee experience, and I've seen the line bringing marketing to HR. I also studied marketing, and I think if you come from a marketing background, it gives you a very nice and unique perspective on a lot of things in life. And it's really helpful to kind of apply this to communications, HR, and other things. And that's why I had to ask you, can you shed a bit more light on what marketing can do to HR? And maybe even if you have any thoughts on what AI can help in that process as well.
There's data that shows that the biggest driver of customer experience is employee experience. And HR is a major driver of employee experience. And this is relatively empirical. If I want to give the best customer experience to my customers, but then if I, as an employee, I am not treated at the same standard, I don't have the incentive to do that. And that's what I did when I was at Novartis in that job. So if you think about HR, there's a lot of things that happen every day in all the interactions between people that you can anonymize any kind of personal information, and you can drive insights that allow you to get a pulse of how people are feeling and what are the message that you can push to them. That's basically customer experience and insight if you think about marketing. The second thing is content. You want to have a one voice, a communication that with your employees that embodies the culture and the messages that you want to pass. And to do that, think about the example I was giving you. If you're creating an internal newsletter or if you're doing communication with a certain employee, you can do exactly what CRM has done for marketing for the last 20 years. And the last thing is, which for me was and still is the biggest opportunity to AI and HR. HR is plagued by 30 to 40% of admin work, which means that people that work in HR, they don't have time to do what drives them to the function, which is communication with people. Think about if AI liberates 20% of their time on tasks that probably, imagine, 80% of the questions asked are probably 10 in any given country. What if you could create a GPT with that, and immediately you get a question from someone and you get an answer going to the GPT and you get a standard answer optimized in real time? That will liberate time for things that are incredibly more about human connection. And I think that has an incredible impact on employee experience.
Hey, if you're getting value from today's conversation, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss any future episodes of the Aspire to Inspire podcast.